that. Right there. Okay, and I have a screen for you, Mystic, so you can see.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, waiting for it to swap over. And we're live. Welcome everyone to another week of Weekly Multitroid Races, hosted by SRL. I'm your restreamer and comms Shadow 425, and this week we are joined with Mystic, Crystal Revelation.
Hello, hello, hello.
And today's race is going to be against TheRealGRBow SirCabby versus kuru9798 and Cemo. So, and today's today's race is in line with the Super Metroid Rando League, and this week they are doing major minor split with boss randomization.
We should be seeing some really interesting things.
Yeah. And do note though, the worst thing you could possibly run into if you go into a boss room on boss random, you run into Ridley's room or Dragon's room and be stuck.
Yes, that would be absolutely terrible. To not have any of the movement items or to not have any of the suits required for those rooms.
Yeah. So Solis Meridia is going to be a thing, and everything else. So we'll just see what happens in this race.
It's gonna be a real treat to watch.
Okay. And okay, just waiting on Nobly to ready. So that way. Good luck. Good luck to all of our racers.
Good luck
And
to all of our racers.
dropping, and I have dropped the gate.
And we are off.
Yep. Now we'll see who we are, who's going to be going down and who's going to be staying up.
So it looks like we have Cemo and SirCabby going down. And yes, it's a major minor split and a boss randomizer.
Yep.
Today.
One pit for Cabby and no pit for Kuru. Because if you don't fall into a pit, you will save a lot of time there. And we have a speed booster on the pedestal.
Ooh. And we see immediately Kuru choosing to go to Terminator utilizing the speed booster.
And there's the morph ball in the ceiling.
So we already have a deviation in the... Oh, no, we don't. Wait. See
Oh, there
what
was
Gerbo...
There was an
where Gerbo
E-tank. Oh, Gerbo trying to get that.
short charge.
That short charge, yeah. And we have a super missile at construction site. AKA awful missiles.
Up in there are the Peebs.
More P's at Billy Mays. In the back of early supers is a power bomb. Meme route, missiles, and missiles in the very back. So not bad there. Weird. No gauntlet check.
Ooh, plasma beam.
Wow, in the front. That's interesting. But not uncommon.
Definitely useful for the boss rando aspect of this race.
Yep.
Well, if they could find the charge beam.
Yeah, at this point, charge beam could be anywhere. It looks like they're leaving up to their partners that are coming up from the bottom to go to BT. That is another major spot. Nice little moonfall there in Edicoons. Normally, the climb is gross. Oh, vanilla item at in the first Edicoon spot. And a vanilla item there.
Wow.
Yeah, for the most part, in major minor split, we're gonna have there are gonna be a lot of vanilla items in the minor spots. Because depending on the ammo distribution settings with the randomizer we use.
A wave beam at Bomb
BT.
Chorizo.
Okay, now that is uber nice. There's a charge beam, and ice. Oh, oops!
Ooh.
Fell
Accidents fall.
into the core room.
We get a nice classic demonstration of a shine spark.
Yeah.
So now both teams have the wave beam and plasma beam.
So The only two places now that would currently spot right now available is, for another major item would be front of Gauntlet.
And it seems as if Cemo is going to go for it, and SirCabby.
Which is another good choice in my opinion. And there's the free wave gate check because he got waves so early.
Kuru's entering the room now, and it is the grappling beam.
That's wreck ship.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that is legal wreck ship access in vanilla logic.
Everyone's favorite place.
Yeah. Oh, good old Phantom.
Oh, and it's a vanilla E-tank in the front of Gauntlet.
And this in the current point in time is not bad. Ice
Ice
beam
beam.
on charge
Ooh.
pedestal.
Very nice. Both speed and ice.
Yeah, both ice, speed, grapple. Jeez. So they now all have possibility of really early grossness. But at least they don't have to worry about soft blocking in there. An E-tank at the vanilla spot at the at Waterway. Which is not a bad thing. That's one less
Not a
thing.
bad thing at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since they most likely will be making their way to the wreck ship.
Yeah. And if they find charge, basically they will not soft lock on any boss. And for ammo considerations, they will be considered in ammo in a complete weapon go mode once they find charge. So,
and this is because in Multitroid, one team member can farm for the other during any boss fight. So soft ammo like missiles is sort of a moot point.
Okay, and Kuro taking a save right here, which is not a bad idea, considering their partners are going to wreck ship.
We have Cabby making his way down. We will see. We'll see what the first boss is.
Yeah, so now it's very possible that even the closets will have. We'll see what random item, what major item the closets will have, and then of course, left side and right side of wreck ship supers. No, right side wreck ship supers will have a major item.
It is switched with the E-tank in the front of high jump boots to balance, correct?
Correct.
Oh, and we have Kraid at wreck ship. Nice and easy.
Yeah. Are we gonna see Kraid quick kill?
Ooh.
Nope.
Let's see. Oh, we have Cemo and SirCabby going to the prom with a very bad prom date.
Yep.
And we have Kuru entering Spazer with getting high jump boots.
Now that is freaking excellent.
We have screw attack. Ooh.
Wow.
Very nice.
Okay. That's worst room in the game.
Mm-hmm.
items. That's FU to worst room in the game. So they're just now missing charge beam and their suits. Charge beam
Mm-hmm.
would be nice because then they'll have nice easy crap. Space jump at
X-ray. Ooh.
X-ray. Wow. Ooh, that is nice to see. And with space jump screw, that just basically that's worst room in the game for free.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's another feature that in Major Minor with Boss Rando, the wreck ship save point is active right away.
Hmm. Again, as chat pointed out, I did somebody on the team die because Cemo did have to refight Kraid? Unless I did notice that, but
Yeah. Oh, and and
there's Fantoon.
yep, there is Pantoon. It was that Kraid location.
So just a little swappy. We see Cemo here waiting.
Yep.
Oh, Multitroid had a hiccup and did not flag Kraid as dead, and the Cemo had to reface Kraid as he exited. Ooh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that was a technology issue, so that is quite alright.
We have Cemo here farming the ghosts as Kuruth makes quick work of Fantoon.
And both and Cabby and Gerbo now heading to Business Center.
We have Spring Ball.
Okay. And with high jump, they have everything for Suitless Meridia.
Mm-hmm.
And E-Tank at high jump. I have a sneaking suspicion that there's something back at Wreck Ship.
Mm-hmm. That Cabby skipped out on. We have Gravity Suit at Ice Beam.
Yep. So that puts Meridia in the logic. But that must mean Varia is probably somewhere in either in Meridia or it's at Shack Tool.
Oh, that would be terrible. Even though both teams do have the required tools to check Shacktool, but it's so slow.
Except for Kuro and Simo, they have not picked up space jump at
Oh, at X-Ray.
X-Ray.
That is true.
And of course, there's the E-Tank at the Manila location. Oh,
Ooh.
ouch. Now, this is the reason why this is called Spiky Room of Death.
Ooh.
It just sucks.
And now they have received their gravity suit. We have Gerbo making his way over to the grade room, which we know is Fantoon.
Yeah, you're quite correct, RK. But then, of course, I'm predicting Varia is at Shacktool. Or worse, Plasma.
That would be nasty. But yeah, this race might come down to the decision to Cabby's decision to skip Rex Shipped and immediately go back, while Simo chose to stay.
Yeah. So we'll just see what bowling has. And of course, there's going to be Mama Turtle check. Since the E-Take room, since E-Take
Charge beam. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay, this just made things interesting.
Yeah.
Because Cabby and Gerbo have skipped checking the wreck ship, so they might not receive this charge beam. They might not think to come back, depending. So they might be depending on ammo, which is not as big of an issue in Multitroid as it would be in a normal randomizer, but ooh. And crew found a vanilla E-Tank, I believe, at Mama Turtle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. And we have a dead Fantoon. So this. And various who could even be here at bowling, like RK said. Nope,
And
it's an
just an
E-Tank.
E-Tank. Can you imagine?
Is Simo skipping the?
Did he elect to not take the charge beam?
I would have taken the charge beam.
I would have, yeah. But as RK mentioned again in the chat, the charge beam isn't, super necessary because of the fact that you can have one of your team members, stay aside during boss battles to farm. Although the charge beam is a nice thing to have.
And there's bombs. I definitely would have taken the time to pick up charge beam because that would have given us pretty much no issue to just basically what made us just fly.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. So we have Kuru making his way to Dragon. We'll see
If it's there.
If it's vanilla Dracon or if it's Ridley. Charge beam would have been nice if it is Ridley.
Oh, much needed energy refill. And it's vanilla
And it's
dragon.
Dragon. Are we gonna have some fried shrimp tonight?
And with that, the last spot to find any majors has been reduced down now to left side, left sand pit, plasma room, and
Lower North Fair.
shack tool. And of course, lower North Fair. But logically,
Oh, so let's see. Maybe your Shack Tool Varia will pan out.
and Cabby has went to Croc.
We have Kuru and Semo picking up their space jump at X-Ray.
So it's so pretty much both of them have skipped out on charge. Like Arcade said, there's it's not really needed because of farming. But I like the idea of not having to
Not having to worry about that.
yeah. That saves
Allow
a little bit more time. There's a vanilla item at Crocky Tank. And reserve tank at Batuni. And plus, we did not even get to see Croc Quick Kill. Basically, if you already have wave, plasma, ice, and charge, and you shoot a charge shot in the Croc's mouth, basically he'll go completely to the end into the drink.
a nice one-hit kill.
Yes. E-Tank and Marina Reserve.
We have Kuru making his way to Plasma.
Yep.
While Gerbo is frying that fish.
Yep.
It's always satisfying to fry Dragon.
Correct ship. Reserve tank at
Grappling beam.
a grappling beam room.
So that means that the various suit logically would be either here in Plasma or in Shack Tool.
As
And we have the
plasma.
various suit at Plasma. Ooh boy.
And looking up, Gerbo can go to can go directly to plasma after defeating Dragon, and Semo is on his way to Ridley. And Kuru is going to go ahead and start taking not taking a little time, but to do a little farming to fill up, and then he'll probably make his way over to um
Make his way to Turian.
Yep, go to Turian for the wait at G4 for Simo to do Ridley. But now Kuru has an opportunity to do some, for the heck of it, checks.
Yeah, some last minute quality of life.
I mean, he can even literally go back and go get the chart you see that he saw at top at Wreck Ship Reserve. That would give him and his partner free Turian. I meant not free Turian. Don't even need to refill. So there's plenty of options here.
And Gerbo and Cabby, because they haven't found their various suit, are doing sort of a forced Grand Hell run currently.
Which is currently sucking right now because they're gonna die.
Ooh.
Even though with an energy tank.
We have Gerbo activating the reserves and waiting for a crystal flash. Although, do they even have enough ammo for that currently?
They do.
And there it is. Ooh.
Now this is what you call playing with fire.
Yes. But thankfully, they have enough communication between themselves to be able to coordinate this. Communication is very, very important in this category.
Yeah.
And they will breathe a sigh of relief as Gerbo is making his way to Plasma, where we know the Various suit is.
And Spazer at right side
Firefleas.
at Firefleas, so
As Simo is having his little dance with Ridley.
yep. And Ridley is down.
We will see the sigh of relief. Over here is Gerbo is about to pick up the Various suit. And there it is.
Yep.
Vanilla E-Tank, I believe, at Ridley, which Simo elects to skip.
I mean, at this point in time, I mean, they got plenty of E-Tank.
Yeah, not really necessary, and especially since they can refill and farm as well.
So now with Simo on his way out of Lore Norfair,
The crew on his way into Turian.
yep. And looks like Harry just got himself a small little pack of supers, just so he has enough to get through Metal Pirates. Because without Charge Beam, this is another reason why Metal Pirate having Charge Beam is so nice. So, since we did not see Shack Tool, my guessing X-Ray is that Shack Tool.
Most likely.
I mean, that's the only item we did not see. There's no game audio. That's weird.
It was just barely audible.
Strange.
There we go. We have Kuru about to have his encounter with the baby Metroid.
Yeah. And once again, there's never a weekly Multitroid race without something happening.
Technical hiccups are a fact of life.
Yeah.
And so we have Gerbo deciding to go into the parts of the wreck ship which Cabby skipped earlier, although he's not going to find much unless he chooses to check the reserve where that charge beam is. But at this point, I don't know how much the charge beam is going to help them with Kuru making his way into the Zebatites.
Yeah. And at current point in time, it's really not going to help him any.
Yeah. See Kuru and Simo electing to just destroy all the Zebatites.
Yep. Because Sensino can just sit there and farm.
We have Cabby fighting Ridley
here.
As Kuru begins unleashing everything they have on Mother Brain.
And with Ridley down, Gerber was probably just doing those off checks just to waste a little bit of time before heading his way to Turian, because he had to wait on Cabby to.
Yeah, it's always nice to have. It's always nice to have some of those extra quality of life checks.
Yep. And there we go.
Yeah, I was a little frozen there for a second.
Yeah, just Twitch being Twitch.
But thankfully nothing glitched out too bad.
Yeah. And looks like Gerbo opting to take the extra time to save, which in this case is not a bad thing, because anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. We have Simo making his way up to the ship via Meridia.
Yeah, our races are here.
Yeah, so the weekly multi-trade races are organized at that Discord that you have that both RK linked and that Nightbot has just linked. They are on Thursdays and Sundays currently. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and Sundays at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Ooh, is that the wrong Discord? Well, the Discord that RK linked is the correct one, I believe.
Oh.
So please disregard Nightbot. That one wasn't fixed before the stream started, but little things. So if you're
Yeah.
interested in learning more about the weekly Multitroid races, please click on the link that RK posted in the chat. Again, the races are on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern and Sundays at 1:45 p.m. Eastern, and we hope you join us. They are a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you haven't ever played a Multitroid, we also will have practice races throughout the week. And so if you ever want to join in the practice and try it out, you're more than welcome to come to join us at our
We have Cemo, the first one done. Kuru making his way through the parlor, through the exploding parlor. And it looks like Kuru and Cemo will be our winners today.
with a time of 35:40. And here's the
Kuru getting onto his little cloud. I love that little cloud sprite for this ship.
and here is both the small information and the Discord for the Slicers, which is the main group for Multitroid. GG, guys. See if we can get you guys in for an interview. Oh.
Very, very clean race today.
Oh, yeah. See if we can get him in here.
As we wait for Cemo and Kuru, we have Gerbo entering the Zebs on his way to Mother Brain, and SirCabby playing around at the landing site.
Yeah. Okay.
And hello, Kuru. That was a very clean race.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Cemo, GG's to both of you.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was it didn't really seem, nobody seemed to have any sort of major issues aside from the having to reface Kraid.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a little confusing for us watching what was exactly going on, but when we realized.
Yeah.
But I guess it just went back too quickly, so he was there. I'm not sure what that was about.
It might be like one of those things where like your browser wasn't active, so it didn't.
I was correct. X-ray scope was at Spring Ball, was at Shack Tool.
Well, very well. So Shadow got all the items correct.
Where was the spazer beam?
The spazer was in Firefleas, I believe. Was it in Firefleas? I believe it was in Firefleas. The other team picked it up.
Just for fun? They wanted the spazer beam? Or I guess you just kind of run and jump and you hit it.
The other team actually skipped the majority of the wrecked ship, so they didn't do as many checks as you guys did. So there could have been something useful there for them, because they didn't know.
And of course, skipping charge beam was fine and all because of, Multitroid.
Yeah, that was an accident. I meant to pick up the charge beam, and I just kind of autopiloted like any percent and ran out the door.
Well, thankfully in Multitroid, it's not really a do or die item pickup, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, that was mainly a quality of life item for the most part, but I just like it because it just basically just a hair bit quicker, especially when you're dealing with Mother Brain, and it prevents soft locking, hard locks. But then of course that's not as hard, not as easy to do in Multitroid.
Yeah, I was just there farming for him until he had enough, and then I ran out. So in Multitroid, I don't think the charge beam would have actually saved any time at all.
Well, maybe in today's race, definitely not. It was there was really no hitches. No, like the routing through was very, very direct and clean.
Yeah, since you didn't need to go to Croc, that would have that definitely would not have saved you a lot of time. But luckily enough, Croc
I
didn't
wasn't
have
going to
anything.
Croc anyways. I was gonna do Bubble Mountain and then just go to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, at that point, it probably would have been faster to just do hell runs. I could have just.
Well, SirCabby did do the majority of the Grand Hell run because they did not find the Various suit until after Amphitheater.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. And they did a very nicely communicated Crystal Flash to save themselves from dying.
Nice. So at least they had the Varia suit for like the hardest part of it.
Yes. And SirCabby has made his escape from the planet. And Gerbo is hot on his tail.
Yeah, and that's one of the main things about Varia Randomizer. We definitely have a lot of nice little settings we can do. Like we can make so the suit's balanced in the amount of damage it reduces it by. So Grand Hell runs are a lot more easier to deal with for the most part.
And yeah, like having the dash style progressive suits. Those are always cool.
And a bunch of other nice little tweaks here and there. And with that, okay.
And there's Gerbo.
No interview from Gerbo. He's probably exhausted. And it looks like we're going to have his partner Cabby with us today. So go ahead. I'll go ahead and grab Cab.
Hello, Cabby. GG's.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, that was an interesting seed.
Very interesting. Very very interesting for you guys. You guys had to do a Grand Hell run, which is always interesting to see. But you guys communicated very well and did that clutch Crystal Flash, so you guys didn't die.
Yes. Yeah, Gerbo had my back on that one. Yeah. Yep.
And you guys decided to skip a bunch of wreck ship, which did turn out in your favor because there wasn't anything major except for the charge beam being in the wreck ship reserve. But that's something that's not necessarily necessary in this category.
Gerbo's not happy with me, so we that was like the only thing we were missing, and we were rushing back to get to G4, and he really wanted to finish checking wreck ship for charge. I was like, no, we don't need it. If this was not a Multitroid, I would still probably have gone through and checked for it. Either that or more miners and whatnot, but we ended up being okay without it. But yeah, he checked the other two checks in wreck ship, but did not do top of wreck ship, and that ended up being where it was. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, it was interesting. So I made the decision to kind of go over to wreck ship early because, and again, Multitroid only. I would not do this on a single player, but. I knew I probably would not get Fantoon there, and so I was just going to dip in, kill him, and get out of there, and hopefully unlock something else with that. And that ended up being the crate kill for the warehouse unlock. And then we were hunting for suits and whatnot. We got Gravity. Gerbo's definitely better at the Meridia section than I am, so he took that. And I continued checking around in Norfair looking for something. Now I knew I wouldn't find Varia down there, but I was just hoping to find some other majors that would help. And at this point in time, it was pretty much me just like killing time because like there's nothing I can really do to get real progression. Because we needed the Varia suit, so it was on Gerbo to find it, and he killed Dragon, found it behind Dragon's plasma door, and then I was in go mode at that point. So at that point, it was just kind of us racing to finish out. So I went and got Ridley, and I think at some point in there he killed the who was behind. I think it was Fantine behind the Kraid door. So yeah, he went and did that and killed Dragon for us, and then we were just kind of racing to finish out. So yeah, ended up being it was interesting. The Hell Run thing, like I was just trying to get as far as I could into Norfair. I wasn't sure if I could be in a good spot to really try to kill Ridley or not. We've had seeds in the past where he'll like find a refill station for me or vice versa and just keep refilling so we can get through it. But yeah, luckily he found it like kind of right before I got there. I think I was in like the Key Hunter shaft.
Yeah, so it was very clutch Varia suit find.
Yeah, it was very, very, very good timing. So yeah, we put up I think we put up a pretty good run against the Kuru team today.
Yes, there was no major hitches for any of the teams. It was a very, very clean sort of routing, very clean, just sort of, the rando didn't decide to throw any curveballs.
Yeah. Yeah, aside from the Varia being kind of deep, yeah.
Well, yeah, except for that.
Yeah.
And not dying to dumb stuff didn't help.
Oh, yeah. I think Gerbo may have had some internet issues at the beginning, so.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, so he our Multitroid disconnected a couple times. Like really early on. Like I was just getting speed booster down in old Criteria or old Brinstar, and yeah, it disconnected, and I think he was able to kind of jiggle the cables a bit and get it reconnected for us, and it undone. I think he quit out of the SRL channel, so he had to like undone and like rejoin. I think we kind of noticed that later, but no, it was. I think we both played our part as best as we could. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm always curious to see like what the differences was between like our routes and like whoever beats us, and but I think we were routed fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, but other than going the croc, you pretty much were doing pretty much the same checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still,
yeah, and again, and again, the croc thing was just me trying to kill time. I knew I needed to get that Varia suit, and even if I didn't have it, I was just gonna be slowing Gerbo down because I'm just gonna drain my health away, and he has to keep refilling for me or something. So it was intentional to kind of waste time to do extra checks while he was trying to find me Varia. And I did a couple extra minor farms as well since we didn't have charge.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, a 41 for us is pretty solid. When Gerbo and I first started, like we've teamed up a lot, and he and I got like we're closer to an hour, I think, for most races, and boss randos especially tend to go a little bit longer than a standard rando, just because of the more potential for backtracking for items and whatnot. So 41, super happy with that time for us. It's really good.
Yeah, and always the higher chance that you find Ridley behind door number 1.
Right. Yeah, that was our concern too. So you may have noticed he and I both took a save in the business center, and that was intentional. Like we did it around the same time, and he was going to go check behind Kraid door while I was going to start working through Norfair. And the intention there was, let's save in kind of like a hubby type of spot, so that if it is something we have to reset from, we can both learn from wherever we went and like maybe take different routes or whatnot. So there's a lot of options from business center. So anyway, yeah, he took out Fantune, unlocked wreck ship, and that worried me too because an earlier Fantune find could also mean progression items being back in wreck ship, where I kind of gambled on there being nothing there by killing that boss early. But I wonder too, did the Kuru team also go for early wreck ship as well?
Yes, both of you guys, both of you teams did practically the same route, except with you taking the little detour to Croc, but you were ahead of them at that point.
I assume they also did a or a front gauntlet check as
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
you were both there at the same exact time.
well. Awesome.
So pretty
Well, that's
much
good to know.
you were pretty much check for check until the croc deviation, but other than that, solid run.
Awesome. That's always good to know. That was close for a while.
Alrighty. So and so with that, here's our schedule. If anybody's interested, like for today, Thursdays we're at Speed Runs Live. And on Sundays we're at Speed Gaming. On Sundays at 1:45 to 2 p.m. Eastern District Time. And so, other than that, do we really have anything else? Because we're still waiting
Nope.
on Aramis and Nobly. They are also doing a run. I haven't see them finish yet. They're doing an offline run of their race.
Yeah, well, GG's to our other teams, and it was seemingly a good competition. So, yeah.
GG's to everyone.
Thank you for comms, by the way.
Yep.
Nice having somebody to back up Shadow.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yep. And we'll go ahead and sign off here, and let me give me one sec here.
We've rated.
All right.
All right.